Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, I mean. This almost sounds like a country tune.
love. I'm not.
Let me fix your camera here. Hold on,
Absolutely.
Joey. There we go. No, I got you.
All
I got
right.
you. Slowly fading you in.
Hey,
Slowly fading you in. You got a little Jeff's Bagel Run action. I like it.
They're the best, man.
Have you had the pimento cheese?
It's so bomb.
It's good.
Oh my
It's very
gosh.
spicy. It's got a kick. Maisie liked it because it's super tangy.
Your daughter might have the most refined palate for a young lady I've ever seen in my life. She's the only kid I know that doesn't only eat mac and cheese and chicken
likes
fingers.
Some weird shit. Yeah, she likes weird shit. She eats some craziness.
That's awesome.
We just, I just keep handing her things. I'm like, here, eat this.
My nephew only ate French fries until he was about 11. That was all.
Yeah,
He was like,
we did that. We did a little of that. All right, let's kill that. All right, welcome back, everybody. There is a, well, yeah, it's like a special show, CD Sarah, but it's not until 6 p.m., and it is only 12, so you will be waiting a bit. You'll be waiting a bit. I actually have to go to therapy in between there.
okay.
And then go there and, excuse me. Oh, yeah, you haven't had the pimento cheese? It's good. The pimento cheese is very tasty. Very, very tasty.
My go-to is that cheddar jalapeno one. The cheddar jalapeno.
That's a good bagel.
That is darn good. And then I always get that just to further the chance of my stomach going crazy. I get the jalapeno cream cheese as well.
That's good.
I know it's bad for my stomach, but God, it's delicious.
I like that one. It's very, very good. This is a cane that John the barber got me. I'll show you guys this. It's like a crazy, fancy old man cane.
It's rad, dude. It's rad.
I mean, it's like, it's cool. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to have a cane.
No?
Canes fucking suck.
We'll buy you a cool hat to go with it with all the fringe.
No, just shut up. You shut up.
Ah,
shut your
I
mouth.
love you.
Let's see here. Who else is in here? Okay, Ghost from a New Bull says that
What's
I could
up?
invest in a Buff Bagwell 1999 style top hat to go with my cane.
See, you're dude. In my head, Ghost. In my head, you get it.
Okay, yeah. What happened to Buff the Stuff?
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't he paralyzed? Or he had a horrible injury, right?
Well, back then it was just a matter of you might as well have been a what do you call them, a robot where they're just trying to prop you up to keep you running to keep the thing. So
I did think it had a sword in it. Who said it? Does it have a sword in it? Was that Robert? Robert, I thought it had a sword in it, but no, it does unscrew, but it's just metal. Like here, I don't think it has a.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Universal Studios, and I'm going to get you Malfoy's. If you unscrew his, there's a Harry Potter wand inside of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's pretty neat. So it's just like a top. Yeah, it's just a top.
Love it.
I mean, I don't think John wanted to buy me a weapon. I think he was really trying to, like, aid me in not looking corny,
Of course not. You're
Here's
awesome.
my other cane. Here,
Okay, that one,
shit.
you can burn that one.
Yeah, so you got my grandpa with the big 4 on the bottom.
I could put 4 tennis balls in the bottom of that and it would be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I got, this is a bad BDM sticker. It's like, it's got the thing. And then you got this one's more fashion. You all right in there, buddy?
Yep, I'm coming. I'm sorry. I was just.
No, you're fine.
Absolutely.
We go with her. He's dead on the desk. Like, oh my God. He died on the desk.
Sound like whenever
What happened?
I'm in the restroom and it's like, are you okay in there? Yeah, 5 more minutes.
His steroid drawer is open. His fanny pack, all the drugs are on the ground.
Oh, I love it.
There's 4 kratom stingers on the floor.
I was trying to find something bad about
You're not going to
You're
find
not
it. I told you I went to X. Did you go to X? You got to go to X.
It is a perfect park from start to finish. It's absolutely flawless.
X, everyone's password defaults to the N-word. That's how racist and horrible it is. That's how you get into your account. That's how terrible it is.
Unbelievable.
All right. I need a top hat, the chat room said. I'm like, no. I'm not becoming the little ringmaster. Not doing that. That would make Tom very happy. The cane, this cane is one step closer to Little Ringmaster, and I'm not doing it.
I'm glad John the Barber bought you that.
He bullied me.
Yeah.
It's
No,
bullying.
I think he was excited. He was like, hey, I bought Daniel Kane. Let me know when it gets there.
It's really cool. It's a beautiful cane. I hope he didn't spend. See, that stuff makes me uncomfortable because I'm anti-favors. Now I owe him, and I don't want to owe anybody a favor.
That episode of
This
The Office.
guy's,
Now,
this guy's pro favors.
Should you buy someone a cane if they're only going to use it for, you're only going to be on that cane for what, a month or so? Like, a cane, buying someone a fancy cane implies that they're on it for life, right?
No, I think you take it and then later you mount it with a picture of you using it like you would a fish. That's what I think you do.
It's like no one buys someone fancy crutches, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Diamond encrusted crutches.
Maybe he
this is
thinks-
essentially a crutch.
Maybe he thinks I'll use it later, like I'll save it, and then when I need it again, I'll, like a samurai sword, I'll go into my closet and be, there it is. Oh, you know. Like in Assassin's Creed right
Yes. Oh, dude.
now. Where is the box? I'm trying to track down the box.
What's
Somebody
in the
stole
box?
the box.
What's in the box?
My dad told me to go get the box, and then the samurai stole it, and he fucking hit me with a bat in the head, and I got a scar on my beautiful Japanese girl face. All right, would you like to?
Don't tell me your dreams.
It's not a dream. That's a video game.
Yeah,
Everybody,
the video games are like dreams.
That's not a dream. That's a $1 billion dream. Oh, all right. Would you like to start?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. We'd love it if you join us. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. Tom and Dan Live on all social media. Come hang out and be part of the stream.
Our BDM Appreciation Event is this Saturday in Sanford from 6 to 10. We've got a DJ. We've got a erotic whip and magic show.
I like
for
how
you.
I like that you say erotic, like A-Rab.
Yeah,
you talk
I like
just
that.
like my grandpa.
Yeah.
They got an erotic A-Rab in here. I've always wanted to combine those words. Welcome to the show. Our new punk rock band is Electric A-Rab.
And we've got Silver Linings Band playing from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
All the greatest 90s hits or whatever you want. They take requests.
Yeah, not only do they take requests, but they kind of blend their entire. It's like a mixtape. It's like a live mixtape. You're gonna love them. April Jennifer Choi on the erotic whip. It is an erotic whip show. That is what it is.
I had to sign a contract saying that I'd pay for any electronic equipment ruined by the pool.
Ruined by the pool.
Yeah, they start splashing. Apparently they had a problem one time where they played
yeah.
next to a pool and they just started splashing their equipment.
Yeah, some kids start yelling chicken jockey and they're all splashing into it, shorting everything out.
And I will jump in there and start beating people up because now I have to pay
Did
for
you see
it.
Jack Black participate in chicken jockey at a theater? And I'm like, you're a 75-year-old man. Go home, Jack Black.
That was part of what they paid him for the promotional.
Turned your back on Kyle. Turned your back on Kyle. And America, as far as I'm concerned.
Joey Mazzant's here. How you doing, Joey?
What's up, guys? Oh, I got a good one. That was nice.
I fixed it.
Excellent.
I fixed it.
All right, so Joey's here, and of course, Joey is our theme park professional. Now, All the Buzz is the brand new theme park, Epic Universe.
Yeah.
And we've talked to EJ, we talked to Ross Paget about going there.
Yeah.
They both raved about it, said it was awesome.
Both of them a 10 out of 10. I've never had it before where we had 2 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, it said it was the most unbelievable theme park they've ever been to.
It's immersive. They did it all right.
So, so I was like, well, Joey's going to come in and talk about Epic Universe, and it can't just be more of the same. Like, we've already talked about how great it is.
So are we going to fake something for social media like everybody else does?
So then I was like, there's got to be some criticism.
Like, this park's too woke. And then we clip that out, and then we put that on social media.
I like
right?
that.
That's what you need, because nothing's real anymore.
Boys marrying boys.
The Pizzagate reptilian woke? I ain't going to that.
So then Joey comes in, and then I'm like, all right, Google will tell me all the Epic Universe criticism, like all the bad reviews, and then I'll write them down, and then I'll go one by one.
Good gal.
That'll be good for a good 25-minute segment with Joey.
We're phoning it in. We're phoning it in.
Because I know Joey's been there, and so...
And people love Epic Universe, and there's nothing you like as a talk show host more. I'm going to start using that phrase again because it's coming back. There's nothing that talk show hosts love more than just something simple that has so much heat that we can just sit here like lazy fat asses and be like, what do you think?
Lazy.
Epic Universe, what do you think about it? Not good, good, not good, good.
So then
So boring.
So then I was like, all right, this will be easy. I'll just type into Google Epic Universe criticisms or bad things about Epic Universe. I went through a lot of them.
The word universe foiled again. Couldn't spell it.
And then I'm like, for sure, there's got to be a good amount. I mean, some sort of list or people complaining.
Got
Everybody loves
distracted
complaining.
by you porn.
And I'm not joking. You know, I didn't spend all day on this, and maybe a deeper dive.
You were diving, dude. You were hitting it.
But I started going through, and I could barely find anything negative.
No.
In fact, the one thing I found was
too much fun.
The Donkey Kong ride was a little bumpy. Seriously. And then people were theorizing about the future of and they're calling it a possible crowd apocalypse gonna happen.
Yeah. The crowd-pocalypse.
Yeah, like a crowd apocalypse.
That's a good metal name for a band.
Dude, crowd-pocalypse.
But they're just theorizing what could happen.
What happens when the crowd-pocalypse happens?
I found nothing negative, and so then we're just gonna have to run this live.
Let's do it. Let's run it live.
And then ask you, Joey, if you think about any negative?
Be harsh.
For real?
Criticism?
Yeah, be harsh. Be harsh.
Very similar to Toy Story Land, there is no shade anywhere.
Okay.
You will need, it should be sponsored by Banana Boat Sunscreen because you will get sunburned if you do not take precaution.
Real question, why'd you choose Banana Boat? Out of all of the different sun lotions you could have selected.
You know what? That's on me. It's like saying Kleenex instead of tissue.
Yeah.
It's like saying,
Banana
you're
Boat.
right.
Tropic,
Dated
Hawaiian
reference.
Tropic, Sun Bum,
I deserve that.
Bullfrog. None of those?
I
deserve
like
it.
a good banana boat.
Banana Boat? You're a Banana Boat, man?
Yeah.
It smells nice.
Chat room, what say you? I feel like Banana Boat ship has sailed. That is an old reference.
I'm 42. Be nice.
Okay, I will. I like you.
So not that much built-in shade.
No.
You know, that usually, I mean, they had to, level all the ground around every tree and then plant everything back.
You have to destroy the environment to build really fun rides.
It's so hard to make fun of this park, man. I'm reaching real hard to try and find something wrong.
Nobody is.
Even the Harry Potter ride. They got that gorgeous Ministry of Magic ride.
Yeah.
They said, hey, you know what? There's probably a shot that this could get like a 4, 5, or 6 hour queue. And instead of saying, we'll make them stand in the sun, they said, we're going to build this gorgeous indoor queue so that even if you're in there for 4 hours, you have something to do. For 4 hours, you have stuff to look at in line, waiting to ride the thing you're there for.
All right, so Joey, how many times have
this
you
would
been?
be the perfect time for me to ride because I can't do anything with my stupid hip. And waiting is what I do.
Well, you could ride a ride, right?
Yeah, I can ride a ride. No, that's what I'm saying. Like sitting is all I can do right now.
Yeah.
So I should just go like hobble around.
Well, there's all the 4-hour standing before the 30-second sitting.
I need one of those canes that has a chair on it that old men have.
Oh, man, if I see those people in line have them and you see them, they put the thing down and they sit, and I'm like, I'm just going to take one look at you and say, I don't think you need to sit.
Cane
I
chair.
think you'd be better off standing.
I need a cane chair.
Well, this is a perfect chance to get the hover round, the
not doing
handicap thing.
I'm not doing that.
Front of the line.
Andrea and Maisie and I are going to Dollywood while you're in Sweden because that's how the Dennises do it. We are Walmart and you're Target. And I put my foot down. I will not hover around Dollywood because with my beard and hair and my hats I wear, I will fit in perfectly. And I'm not doing that.
It's awesome. I like
You're
Dollywood.
going to slow your family down. You got to get into an electric vehicle to follow.
Only if I could buy it on company dime.
You have to rent it
So
from.
nothing negative about Epic Universe?
I'm trying real hard to find something, but it is a flawless park, start to finish.
What's
The
your
food-
favorite?
My favorite part?
Yeah. What did you go to? And let me. I'm going to try to guess, and maybe we hit it earlier.
I have faith in you.
Was it the thing we talked about earlier?
Which no.
Dark Universe.
Dark Universe is awesome, but here's your sound clip. Dark Universe is awesome, but my favorite thing about that park, I like beer.
Okay, yeah. The alcohol, I did hear that there's alcohol everywhere.
Everywhere. There's giggle juice in Potter. They actually took from the Waturi people of Volcano Bay. They built a Volcano Bay themed like standalone bar just for people that are diehards of everything Universal.
Yeah.
So that's there. So you can get your Hawaiian beers there, right next to where you get your when you go to Super Mario. They've got the beers outside. It is so perfect. And I'm desperately trying to give you some funny sound clip of something, but it is a perfect park.
I like it when people execute things perfectly, because it's normally, and again, I'm sure it's not perfect, but I do like it when people have a vision and they do their best, and then everybody's coming out of it satisfied, which in a day and age when I can go to my phone and open
That's
it,
what I mean.
everybody complains.
I can't believe there's no
but doesn't
complaints.
that make you feel happy a little bit? It's like, okay, no complaints. Thank God. Thank God, no complaints. I'm so complained out.
It makes me suspicious.
Hold on, I'm going to shake my cane at that. I like that.
I only have.
I do like that.
I only have mad and suspicious. No happy
if
in
that's
there.
the turtle in the hair, what are the animals for that? I know, I like that.
So now, what's up with Celestial Park?
Celestial Park is freaking amazing. That roll. All right, here's a fun one for you because you can see it. Are you familiar with Tom's Watch Bar on International Drive? It's on like the 19th floor
I want
of the
them
building.
to
What is
advertise.
that?
This is the place I told you I want them to advertise with us because you're Tom. And you like sports.
Oh, that is
and what do you
perfect.
do with sports? You watch it. And where do you watch it? You watch it at a bar, and it's Tom's Watch Bar. And it's this beautiful, elegant TVs everywhere, super cool bar.
It's like a sports bar.
Yeah, on the top of a high rise.
But as if it's not cool enough, the inside area, he's right, it's awesome inside there. But if you go outside, they have a bar that overlooks friggin' Epic Universe. Like you're sitting there, it's a glass window, and you're sitting there with the open air, and you're drinking your beer, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're running the racers in Celestial Park. That's insane. You can see into the park from the top of that bar. I got some of the best pictures I've ever seen. It's
Okay.
amazing.
Oh, that's badass.
And that's Tom's Watch Bar on
iDrive.
Yeah, chat room saying that Angel hosts Magic games there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling better.
It's across from Giordano's, the pizza place where they make the pizza stretch like three. It's right across from there. It's amazing.
Hopefully he does it next year. I mean, I know the Magic season's like, winding down. Hopefully not. Go Magic. Got my hat on.
Well, I'll definitely text Angel and find out who the contact is over there so I
let's
can
do it.
steal it from him.
That's what good business.
Whatever they're paying,
Yeah.
you're paying them, we'll do it for less.
Let me talk to Tom.
That's my first.
Listen, Tom. Tom, this is Tom speaking.
I like the cut of this man's jib.
I like a Tom on Tom. Are your name Tom? I'm Tom. Come over here. Let's Tom this out.
Anything, just make.
Make something up?
Yeah,
You want him
there's
to
gotta
make
be.
something up?
Okay,
I'll-
shade. That kind of stinks. What
I'll
else?
give you one. I'll give you the one because if
Nintendo. Tell us about Nintendo.
Nintend's so awesome. It screams
See, you can't do
1980s. It's late 80s, early 90s.
And they did
bright colors.
They did an awesome job.
Oh,
of
it's
it, right?
so good.
Yeah.
The friggin' and they're opening up in a City Walk. They're opening up a Nintendo gift shop right there that looks kind of cool. That should be open within the next few months.
I heard Donkey Kong was bumpy.
That's right. Tell us about the bumpiness of
How
Donkey Kong.
bumpy.
Yeah.
It's so worth it. It's
Okay.
so worth it. It's just bumpy enough. It's just, granted, if you got back problems, you probably shouldn't go on it. But dude, it's a track on a track. It looks like you're jumping over ravines, and it looks like you're gonna die like every 12 seconds. And it's just perfectly made so that you're on the track and you don't know you're on the track. Brilliant. I almost said it. I gotta be careful.
No. See, it makes me happy to see all these. I mean, all of my old fat nerd friends are so happy about this park. That's a joke. That was EJ. That wasn't for you.
So-
You caught a little shrapnel from
That's
that.
okay.
I apologize.
Risk meets reward. I'll
That was
accept
for
it.
EJ.
So it does make sense that this park is so good if they literally, took all. I mean, there's so much information to go on because people love theme parks, and there are entertainment shows about theme parks, a million podcasts.
People in the chat room have gone, and they're echoing what he's saying, and nothing bad.
And I'm sure they went through all of the guests, things they could do better at Universal, and they looked at everything.
Oh, you mean like the surveys when you're
Yeah,
leaving?
yeah, and
stuff?
it's like, hey, let's build this park
done those
based
before.
on, and it seems like they did. People are like, plenty of alcohol. Every ride is super awesome. All the queues are awesome.
Yeah.
We
We gave you things to do while you're waiting because we anticipated that something like Potter is going to have a ton of people that want to go there. We tried to balance out the time.
They didn't cheap out on anything.
Bathrooms. They screwed up bathrooms, didn't they?
Did you see the bathrooms in Dark Universe?
No, I haven't
Oh
seen
my
it.
They're all
gosh, dude.
themed?
They're themed. It's so cool. It's black and gray bathrooms. It looks like you're deucing in the 1930s. It's
I do
amazing.
like deucing in the 1930s. I want some rats running around. I want some plague.
That's pretty interesting. interesting that they theme the bathrooms because usually they're generic.
I hate
theme
that.
parks.
I hate like you go in and it breaks the world.
Yeah.
You're and then you're suddenly out of the world. I want a gothic urinal with a rat running around.
Oh, dude, when you walk around dark, the dude who plays Igor, you want to talk about method acting. There's a dude who looks like Igor, and he walks around, and there's random, like, rubber limbs hidden in places. And you'll walk over, and it's like, hey, Igor, how you doing? He's like, well, it's 89 degrees and sunny, so I'm miserable. And then he'll pick a rubber arm out, and he'll whack you with it. Like, it's insane.
The chat room, people chiming in. EJ's in there. He says the bathrooms are amazing. He says the Train Your Dragon bathroom has a giant mosaic of a dragon inside of it.
Dude.
Okay, so like I got some advice. I forgot from who. It may have been Ross that went. He asked if my sons had watched How to Train Your Dragon, the movies, and I'm like, no. And they said make sure they watch before they go because it'll enhance the experience, and to give you a watch the 3 movies or whatever they are. And
I think there's 6 of them now.
Yeah.
What's the one? What's the guy's name? Fish Sticks or what is his name? What is he? But Lily Pad or what's the main guy?
But
Toothless,
that's his name. It did make Harry Potter World at Universal better for them, having watched all the movies. So the same thing with How to Train Your Dragon, right? They should watch the movies before they go to Epic.
You don't have to, but it will make it when they go there and they realize the characters that they're seeing. It's like, I remember you. I just watched you on TV. I remember. Oh, that's they'll freak out. It's adorable. Like to see the kids lose their mind over how cool it is. But be warned, if you're gonna go on that water ride, bring ponchos. It is the coolest concept. You're on a boat and you're shooting targets with water. And if you hit the target, it soaks the dude behind you. But if he hits the target, it soaks you. So you're just getting blasted by water the whole time.
Okay, I like that.
It's awesome.
So you...
Tom loves skin in the game. See, this is what he's been waiting for is that, so why are we doing this? I can give him an answer. To get the guy behind you wet. And he's like, I understand.
So my favorite part about theme parks has always been...
Upskirts. You told me that. You told me that in confidence.
And I don't know if they still have this, but in water rides, there are you used to be able to pay $1 and then squirt people going by with some sort of water cannon.
That was old school Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
And me and Jim Colbert, formerly Dirty Jim, have video of us doing that.
And then you squirted old Meemaw as she's screaming, "Oh no!"
You blast her glasses
and
off.
then you're just looking straight in her eyes, and you're just squirting her the whole time. They're like, "Stop!"
Oh, they'll put their hands up, and they're like, "Oh yeah."
I laugh every time.
Not only is that still there, it's outside of Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls.
Okay.
And I'll never forget that Jim Colbert saying it's the most fun you can have with a roll of quarters because you'd pop a quarter in and you'd shoot him in the face. Gun number 6 hits them right in the face. So when you go to the guns, number 6 is angled so that it's like kapla, right there. So that's the one you want. Gun 6, Dudley Do-Right. The guns are free if you go on Bluto's Bilge Rat Falls. You go back to the Olive. It's the ship that Popeye has. You go to the 3rd floor of that, and they have the guns up there. But this is the ultimate payoff. If you want to see something that will make you snort laugh, you go over to the brand new at Universal Studios. It just opened up about a half a year ago. The DreamWorks Land, where we did the video about the Budweiser frogs, where you step on the lily pads and they go Budweiser. If you go to the back to Poe's Kung Fu Training Camp, there is a giant 300-gallon bucket that's about 40 feet up in the air. And it slowly fills up with water. And you're just standing there looking at it like, what the heck is that bucket doing? All of a sudden you hear ping, 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 like somebody's hitting a little tambourine. And it dumps that water on all the idiots down below that are trying to figure out what's going on. And it is the funniest effing thing I've ever seen in my life.
It just dumps a bunch of water on tourists.
You're just walking by, and it's like you'll see Mom in her heels and her Louis Vuitton bag, and she's just looking for, what's it? Skadoosh! And it's just funny. And
I
it
do love a good gadoosh. I love it.
Yeah. On a bunch of Brazilian tourists.
Yeah.
Big wet acid.
Big wet acid.
So back to Epic.
Yes, sir.
So all the rides are good.
Yes.
Food's
so good, dude. Oh my gosh, the burning blade. the Burning Blade. And Dark Universe is probably it's my I think it's my favorite area.
Similar, theme park prices. There's nothing egregious about it.
Nothing.
Okay.
$75 hamburger.
Yeah, but that's everywhere.
$125 pizza. $12 beers.
Now you did mention that you think Disney should be nervous about this park.
Yeah, let's dig into this for a bit.
So, because Disney's the big dog in town, and you think that this could threaten them?
What happened? I think that Disney's been scooting by on the Mean Girls philosophy that it's like, we're Disney, we're the best. We don't need to do anything. 2002 is the last time we built a theme park, or 97. I'm sorry, last time we're good, and then all of a sudden here comes the sleeper. Universal's like, hey, we're working on a thing. It's like, sure you are. We're doing a thing. Yeah, of course you are, guys. Good luck with that. Holy crap, this park is amazing. We probably should have done something about that. But I really think Disney's fourth quarter was down 7%. Their annual pass sales are down 10%. Like, it's Disney. They're not going anywhere. But look at their stock, dude. It's tanking hard.
Well, they did that Star Wars hotel thing that was a flop.
They lost, I think it was $100 million or $250
Tracy
million.
went to that.
Yeah. That's
our buddy Logan went to that, and they said it was awesome.
Yeah, but they spent an insane amount. It just well, obviously it's not. They're changing it or whatever, so it just didn't work out business wise.
Yeah,
it was probably awesome.
What
are they doing with it now?
With Disney?
Yeah.
Their new big thing is
with that whole, that hotel.
Oh, they're going to turn it into something. I think it's just going to be a sci-fi hotel, but they are going to turn it back into something. They haven't officially, said what it is, but they've made the announcement hey, we spent too much money, so we're going to do a thing.
Do you think that Disney responds with an announcement of some new theme park in the future? I mean, it took a lot of years to build Epic Universe. Like, they started building it during COVID or something, then that delayed it.
I felt like we've been waiting for it for a very long time.
Well, the park costs $7.6 billion, and when you walk in and you look around, you're going to go, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
you're not going to second guess any of it. Just even driving there, we were going to on Tuesday nights we go over to Tin Roof and we play rock and roll bingo, and I took a wrong turn and ended up in Epic Universe, and I'm like, I just want to park the car on the side of the road and just look at it. The hotels are cool. The friggin' Grand Helios Hotel, oh my gosh, it looks like the Bellagio. It's gorgeous.
Okay, let's talk about the hotels. So I thought about this. I was like, should I be, when I take my sons to this theme park, because I'm eventually going to.
Yeah. Of course.
Should I stay on property at one of their hotels?
You gotta stay in the dragon's
resorts?
nest and dress like the Dragon Man. You gotta get the special experience.
Just to get the whole thing. Stay.
Take a boat over to your hotel.
On property resort, and I can't imagine how expensive.
Yeah, you gotta eat every
a couple
meal
$1,000
there.
bucks.
You gotta eat every meal there. You gotta have a margarita there. Every margarita.
I'll put aside $5,000.
Yeah. I want $18,000, and you get the themed room.
Yeah, so the hotels, they're cool.
The hotels aren't even expensive. It's killing me. You stay at a good suite, like at the Four Seasons, you're looking at $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 a night. You can stay at the Grand Helios Hotel opening week for I think it's $668.
Okay.
And it's like when you go to Disneyland and you stay at the Grand Californian, you go down the elevator, you walk out the back door, and you're in Disneyland. It's right there. That's what this is.
Do they have any super premium in case he wants to flex for his sons?
Oh, absolutely, they do. If you want to stay on the suite level, you can drop a couple of grand. But
there you go. Yeah. Once you get them,
they don't appreciate it, Joey. if they beg me for it, I'll be trying. I'll be like, "Hey, we're going to the Helios Hotel." I'll be standing there like, "Oh God,
give me some of the big dog ones they got. Give me something cool there. What's a cool? They got any themed out rooms? They got any pools in the room?
Well, I think they will. It's
this
funny.
is like new right now.
Yeah, this is brand new. Like one of the things, it's funny when you talk to people that are like, there are people that are already I apologize. There are people that are already over a park that hasn't even opened yet. People are already saying, hey, did you hear that they're going to do a Wizard of Oz portal next? And it's like, isn't that like 2027? They're like, doesn't matter. They're going to open up a Wizard of Oz. You're going to be able to walk the yellow brick road into a portal. And I'm like, well, can we hang out in this park for a little bit before we're bored of it already?
Well, they just want the next thing. I'm like that, Joey.
I'm already bored of Epic Universe, too. I haven't even been there, and I'm like, Nintendo, bored. I'm already bored of Switch, too, and I haven't even bought one with the tariffs. I think it's going to be $2,000 for that thing.
I didn't know that, but did they build this in anticipation to build more portals and to make this park bigger?
Absolutely.
Okay, so they already have, some plans to build another portal into another, and then maybe more after that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
they have the land.
Well, that's why it's very, again, similar to Disneyland, where Disneyland is landlocked. by 4 highways, kind of like Universal Studios. You got Kirkman, you got Turkey Lake, you have I-4 in Vineland. You're stuck. They've used all that land, so they had to go 1.5 miles down the road, 2 miles down the road, and they bought an enormous chunk of land, very similar to what Walt Disney did here. He's like, I don't like that other people control my park, so I'm going to buy 42 square miles of crappy swampland, and I'm going to build Disney World there. That's what Universal did. They basically said, I think they bought the land behind Lockheed Martin, and they're like, hey, did you guys used to test like bombs here or something? Is it clean? Cool, we'll take it. And that's where they're building that park. So there's a lot of room over there because nobody wants to be over there because it's unusable land.
And so I guess the only future criticism, because this park is so good so far, is going to be the crowds
getting in.
And I did see a little bit of ticket criticism in the fact that you can only purchase a ticket for this park if you have passes for all the other Universal parks, right?
So if we finally want to find something that they might not have thought through, in the UK, in the world, you could only buy a ticket to this. This is way back when they first announced we actually have an opening day. You could only buy a ticket if you had an annual pass. So there were people from the UK that were shelling out $1,100 to buy an annual pass to get their one ticket. Fast forward to 2 months later, they're now selling a 2-week pass to people from the UK for $500. For 2 weeks, you can go to any Universal parks you want. People were pretty upset about that.
They misjudged, so they had a plan, but
people can buy, like Christine's saying, she can buy tickets to it now, right?
Yeah, correct.
Like people can buy.
Oh, single tickets. You don't need any sort of a multi-park ticket.
You don't, but here's the big one, and this is the one that I'm speaking directly to anybody from Universal who will listen to me. Please figure out what you're going to do about annual passes. If you want to see the side of X or Twitter that you didn't know about, go on Instagram. Follow the Universal Studios annual pass holder page. Follow that feed. People are mad. They're not mad about the park. The park is gorgeous. They're upset because I'm kicking down $1,100 for annual pass, and every time I want to go to Epic Universe, it's costing me about $160. So
your annual pass doesn't work for Epic Universe.
It does
only
not.
Works for Islands of Adventure Universal.
God, I gotta say too, and this is the non-business side of what we do. If I'm little Universal, you'd be big Universal.
Oh.
I'm charging you. I'm sorry, it's the new stuff.
Yeah. Well,
it's the latest and greatest.
You bought this annual pass
and the
for
pass
these
you
two
bought
parks.
was for the old parks.
Yeah.
So if you want that new, you got to get off that wallet.
I would have expected that. Like, I wouldn't.
But I can also see people now. There's a lot of anxiety and fear, and tariffs aren't just jokes. And people are like, "Well, what am I going to do?" And I'm positive that they will do something for annual pass holders.
Oh, they're going to.
Something.
But what I think they should have done is, because strike while the iron's hot, people would pay it.
Like a discounted rate?
Or even an accelerated rate. Be like, look, annual passes right now, what do you spend? And I'm like, well, I spend $900 a year, and that gets me into Universal, it gets me into Islands, it gets me into City Walk, and it gets me into Volcano Bay. Okay, annual pass to Epic Universe, $3,000. All right, sold. Like, charge me an exorbitant amount of money. Like, if you don't want me to come all the time, just charge me, what do you want, $11,000. All right, but it's expensive, but at least the price has been set. That's what I'm saying. Sell me an annual pass, but make it worth it to you. I'll pay it.
All right, so let's talk about this. The next thing that always needs to be refined is the ability to let in maximum amount of guests, but also distribute them around the park so you're not have 5-hour lines on the most popular rides, and then it's all unbalanced, and then
not everything is as good. So, how do you do that?
Well, other theme parks have tried to solve this problem by having appointment. I mean, even in Volcano Bay, it's like you buy your fast pass, but it's also based on appointment. Like, hey, ride this ride at this time.
I like the old school where you take your best ride and you just put it at the end of the park. And when we open, people got to run for it.
Yes.
I like the old school.
You run for it.
Yeah. I like the run for it. You put the ride. How far is it? It's the last possible part of the park.
That's the Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
That's the Slinky Dog. Watching people just trip and fall. It's like Saving Private Ryan.
Has Epic Universe done anything to modernize the lines and distributing the guests?
They brought the virtual queue for the Harry Potter ride.
Okay.
They're no longer saying, hey, we know the queue is awesome and you're welcome to jump in the line and just wait 4 hours. But what we're going to do is you have to join a virtual queue at 1, 3, and 6 o'clock, and it'll give you a return time. So you're still going to be in that line for maybe an hour, but at least you're only going to be in that line for an hour, and you can go experience the rest of the park and spend your money.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fair. I like that.
Now, they haven't experienced the park with max capacity yet, so this has been limited capacity.
Yeah.
So no one's seen it max capacity.
No.
Okay. And have they even announced what that even is?
Well, if it's, you figure Universal, I think, holds around 66, and I think Islands is close to that as well.
66,000?
Yeah. So
oh my God, that is way more than I thought.
So if
like
I was
thinking 10,000.
Yeah.
No.
They're like it's out of control,
66,000.
They're like, well, sir, we're at 66,000. We can't control them. They killed Toad.
What's Camping
Toad
World?
is dead.
Camping World Stadium. How much does that hold? It's got to be close.
80?
I think it's 80.
Okay. All right.
70 and some.
Yeah.
They reduced it. The old Citrus Bowl used to do 70, I thought.
Okay.
And
I thought
then
they reduced
and then they reduced it. I thought it was in the 60s, but essentially a stadium of people every day.
But that would mean that if Epic Universe is bigger in square footage than both of the parks combined, technically it should be able to hold over 100,000 people easily.
So, and it's a business, so obviously they're going to get as many people in there as possible.
Yep.
But I could foresee, like, once it does open to full capacity, lots of videos of insane lines and insane crowds.
Well,
65,000.
Okay. So this is essentially Camping World
We're
Stadium.
remembering in 2017 where they built, like, WrestleMania came in and they built those extra 10K so they could beat that 75,000 record.
Yeah. Oh, plus they have the inside, football field. So we are going to see crazy lines, especially with nothing but good publicity. Like, I imagine people are going to be flocking to this place for years.
They already are. The only complaint I say, again, not really a complaint, are people that are just like, I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing I see.
I mean, did you see the video about the guy who he's the first guy to ever be trespassed for life because he stole all the stuff from the gift shop?
No.
Well, I mean, if you're a thief, that's what happens.
It's
right?
all over.
He stole it?
This dude walked into the Nintendo, I think it was a Nintendo gift shop, and he just grabbed a bunch of shirts and put it in a bag and walked out and tried to walk out of Epic, and they trespassed him, and the police arrested him. And he's like, first guy to ever be trespassed. And then he said a bunch of F words, and it's all over TikTok.
This is where we're at.
First guy's going to trespass. F. Oh, is that all right?
So that's the one bad thing.
If he's all you
Hold on, I gotta find that.
Yeah, find it. It's yeah.
Arrested for theft, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trespassed for. He's like, I'm the first one to be trespassed for life. F word. It's like, oh my gosh, dude, come on.
This is where we're at. This is where, yeah.
And I did see some sort of huge fountain area. What was that?
Oh my gosh, and Celestial right in the middle.
Okay.
Again, I'm pretty sure this is like we always joke about how Orlando, Florida, and Las Vegas are the perfect yin and yang, where one is, Disney is or Orlando is the Vegas for kids, where Vegas is the Disney for adults.
Okay, yeah.
It literally looks like the Grand Helios Hotel looks like a really cool looking Bellagio. They've got the fountain show in the middle. It's a casino without gambling. It's awesome.
So the fountain show, they go to music at the every X amount of hours.
I think it's only at the end of the night they do it.
Okay,
but
that's not what a fountain show is to me. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But it's.
And what about? Did you see any live shows while you were there?
Well, it's.
Do they have anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's So when you go into the Harry Potter area, it's based on the French Ministry of Magic.
Okay.
So there's a whole carnival set up there, and what I love that they did is they brought back the good old days. Do you remember? I mean, we would have been kids, but you could go to Universal Studios back in the 90s, and they would have like an Ace Ventura impersonator walking around, or a Marty McFly and a Doc Brown walking around, or Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz impersonators. They would just walk around and talk to you. Like you'd walk down that little Main Street area outside of Schwab's, and there would be Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz having coffee. And you would just walk over and be like, oh my gosh, are you? And he goes, hello, Lucy. Like they do the whole thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's them. And
Tom hates that.
Really?
yeah. Even as a kid.
If he's over there eating a hamburger and then Desi Arnaz is like, this is our Lucy. He's going to knock it off. Get to work. I'm eating a hamburger here. Get to work.
Yeah.
But that's what they do a lot at Epic Universe. Like when you walk around How to Train Your Dragon, like the three main characters are just walking around talking to kids. You go to Dark Universe and like the Bride of Frankenstein or like I said, Igor, they're just walking around, they mess with people. A lot of streetmosphere, a lot of atmosphere for people that are just fully vested. And that's
Streetmosphere.
I can't take credit for that.
Streetmosphere.
That's
I've
from
never
Disney.
heard that before. Can you put mosphere on anything?
Yes.
Oh my God! I'm gonna start doing that.
I immediately
just to
went to a
sound
bad place.
fancy.
And is it open the same times as Universal? They close late or
Pretty much the same.
Okay.
They all usually the Universal parks open and close within a half an hour to an hour of each other. So
is parking okay? I mean, there's got to be
Okay,
something bad about
finally,
this. All right.
finally. So everybody knows the old con we used to use
How's
back
the parking sphere?
the parking sphere.
How did that sound?
It sounded hot. I liked
Okay,
it.
thank you.
This is the thing where, back in the day, the old Disney cheat where you would roll up to the Contemporary and they're like, can I help you? It's like, I have a breakfast reservation here. And they're like, oh, go park over there. And then you hop on the monorail, you go to the park and you hang out.
All right.
Universal has found the ultimate nah, bro. You go to park at Universal Studios in the parking garage, it's around $30, $40, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it is if you're a day guest and you want a big D, you really want to show what's up, and you roll up to the Grand Helios and you park your car and you toss your keys and you go, I'm good to go. Do you know how much it is for a day guest to park there?
Okay, like at the resort on property,
So that you can walk over.
valet your car.
Okay. Take a guess. Figure $30-$40 is your benchmark.
Okay,
Go from
so $75.
No, it's higher than that. I mean, well, let's say 125.
there. $125 is exactly right.
Yeah,
$125 freaking dollars.
I think I've done. I love expensive parking, and and I do. And guess who never gets it? Because guess who's driving? My wife. But I
My
love.
wife.
I dream of it. I dream of it like Tom dreams of palm trees. I dream of valet parking. I love a good the more expensive the better.
God.
So $200. I'm like, take my car.
I remember when the ticket, the whole day,
Yeah.
you get a ticket for $125.
Don't say that.
I've been here 22 years. I started work, and a buddy of mine's like, hey, have you been to Universal Studios? I go, the last time I was at Universal was 1990. He's like, bro, you're going to love it. It's so much fun. I'm like, okay. We go. If you had a can of Coca-Cola and you were a Florida resident, it was $99 for Universal and Islands of Adventure. Buy a year, get a year free.
Really?
$50 a year. And now it's a grand.
Get a year free.
Yes.
Yeah, because they were trying to
That's
get people in.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And it was, they put your face on the ID, and it was,
I remember the sweet spot. I want to say like 03, 04.
Bingo.
I had a annual pass to Disney that wasn't breaking the bank. It wasn't the big dog, not granted.
Around $300.
Yeah, around $300.
Yep.
And I bought a Universal annual pass to get into Islands of Adventure and the regular park. And it was like the value ticket. It was like, oh yeah, you should pick it up for like $75. And you could go there whenever you want, and you get like 20% off of food and drink. Like it was like they were begging you to get in there. It was like a nothing ticket. It was like going to Fun Spot.
Well, you remember the beer fest at Universal City Walk?
Yeah.
Dude, that was so good.
And I remember doing the old radio band show there, and then I remember getting drunk, and then I did a backflip off the stage into the fountain. Because the stage was on the fountain, and then like the security guards took me down into like the beneath, and they're like, you cannot do this, whatever. They were like,
And they sexually
berating
abused
me.
you in there.
Did they put you in the
They
4x4
were
white room?
Yeah. But it was like they were running it loose back then. I mean, we were talking about 2004, it was 21
It was
years
different.
ago, and like the whole park was viewed differently.
The chat room remembers $75 annual passes.
Yep.
Yes, I remember it being like a $75 annual pass. I couldn't go to Olive Garden for $75.
yeah.
Like with 3 people.
But
My daughter eats too much.
Let's not forget about everybody's favorite little brother, SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when they would you'd get it was like buy a day and get 75 days free.
Now it's buy a day, get a year free.
Yeah, it was buy a day, get a year free. It was more than 75 days.
Me and Gemma just bought the annual pass. It's $199. We get an every day, plus we get 3 free tickets to just give to friends to go. Free photo pass.
And 1 free dead animal when you leave.
I remember when SeaWorld
Free
had
dead animal.
SeaWorld
purchase.
had the Anheuser-Busch like beer school.
Oh, dude.
And then you're like, oh, they've got beer school at SeaWorld. And you go,
I'm gonna be a Cicero.
and then this is just nonsense.
You should see what it is
It was
now.
just to get drunk.
Yeah.
And then they give you a printout, Dots Matrix printout that said Daniel Dennis on it.
They're like, would you like to try Bud Light? They're like, ooh. Oh,
This is a multi-year Bud Light.
This was made only 68 days ago. You're like, wow.
Wow.
68
This
days
is
old.
hops. Okay.
The premise for that, the premise for beer schools, they were trying to get people to stop drinking wine. That was the whole premise. They took you in that room and they said,
we have to stop the gay agenda that is wine. Why are they going to stop wine? Wine's delicious.
They're trying to get you to, they're like, do you like to pair wine with your food? And it's like, yeah. They go, you should pair beer with your food. And they give you a piece of beef jerky. They're like, imagine this is a steak. Now drink that Guinness. Isn't that amazing? And I'm like, now eat that piece of cheese. Now try this beer that we brewed. The hops are brewed in Manhattan, but the barley is brewed in South Cleveland, and we put it together, and it's called Man Cleveland. And I'm like, this is so dumb.
And they had the Clydesdales there for a minute.
Yeah, and the donkey.
Right? Yeah, and they had him here. I like they had him here in the heat, like Dondi the elephant. Like we had the Budweiser, the most famous
they
horses
have fur
in the world.
on their feet.
Yeah,
they're made for snow. The pictures are them in pooling in snow.
Well, it's they say boots with the fur. Is the way that they like to call it.
So Joey, let's go over what you think. And now, obviously, you haven't done. I don't know. Have you done tours here yet at Epic?
No. Epic Universe is May 22nd, I believe, is when it opens to the general public.
That's the official opening. So, what would you suggest to the person that may have already gotten their tickets or whatever, they're going in May, June, or this summer? What would be your advice? Is there any tips or tricks that you've picked up so far? Yeah. Or is it like pretty dummy proof in the fact that they have you all set on appointments for the rides and everything? And it's like there's not really tricks to make it go faster.
I'm going to tell you right now, stay on property. Stay on property because you get that extra half hour in the morning. Even though the only thing open is Nintendo Land and Celestial Park, if you can make a beeline to Nintendo Land, knock out Yoshi, knock out the race, the Mario Kart, go into Bowser's Castle, get Nintendo Land done, that's literally like testing out of your first 2 years of college. Get that knocked out and then just go enjoy the park because now you're ahead of the class and everybody's behind the 8 ball. So Nintendo Land first, head over to Potter, head over to Dark Universe. There's only, I believe, there might be 2 sit-down and dine restaurants, but the one big one is right in the middle at Grand Helios. It's the Something Dragon, and it's like a Thai food fusion. It's a cool concept for a meal, but the problem is you got to keep in mind that like 95% of kids, if it's not mac and cheese or chicken fingers, they're not going to touch it.
Sure,
so plan accordingly. So if you're not going to eat there's a lot of quick service kiosks that are bombs. So
I saw the Toadstools Cafe.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, I just opened that up. What do you think?
And the video of a YouTuber, I mean, it is decorated. I mean, the chairs are Toadstool themed.
Yeah.
Like
dope.
it seems like there's no expense spared with decoration and making it totally immersive, right?
Make sure you get your, very similar to the Magic Bands at Disney, make sure you get your wristband for Mario because it's got a question mark on it, and if you go underneath the blocks and you hit them, it goes ding, ding, like you're getting a coin, like in the 1982
Can you keep
Mario.
that, or is that something you borrow for the day?
No, you keep that. That's not like the Tapu Tapu. That's an actual purchasable present that you can take with you.
That's cool.
But that's rad.
Yeah, that is cool to pretend like you're Mario for the day. Totally, dude. Like I can see, like that's a dream come true for a lot of little boys.
Oh,
you know, and little girls. You know, like that. Yeah, that's wild.
Is there any end of the night fireworks or like any display?
I
parades?
don't know what isn't testing yet. I think they're still working through a few things.
They sacrifice a Koopa at the end of the night.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That'd be kind of
my
neat,
gosh, right?
Like some fire.
Well, it
throw
seems like
one in the lava.
They are switching to drones, or at least testing drone shows out instead of doing fireworks.
Well,
right?
that drone show at Universal is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. They literally make King Kong scale a building using drones.
I know
It's
you can probably
insane.
tell this from my beard, but I'm anti-drone show.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, I'm a firework man through and through.
All right.
I am a firework man through and through.
Pyromania, not just a Def Leppard
Now I
album.
will.
I love fireworks too.
I
But
like them together. When you start shooting the fireworks off the drones, you'll have me back in.
I thought you were going to say shooting the fireworks at the drones. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's
that's fine.
dangerous.
And when you combine the two, you'll have me back. But
Okay.
right now, I'm fireworks only.
Yeah, but the drones, it allows for so much more. You know, like
look.
you know, fireworks you only do so much.
Yeah, I just like the traditional glare of a firework, the rocket red glare.
You're a true American.
They don't say the robot buzzing loudly in the sky. That's not in the song.
I mean, you could have Mario and Luigi, you know, going through.
Yeah, you can
you
have
know,
them
Dan-
BFing. You can have them BFing up
in
there.
the sky.
Yeah.
You know, the fireworks.
Yeah.
You know.
How long before somebody hacks the Nintendo show and you got Toad and Mario 69 up there?
Princess Toadstool.
I'll tell you one thing: fireworks won't do that.
Yeah.
If they do.
Yeah, they're hack-proof.
And also, like, maybe there's the small, like, crazy anomaly chance that some drone, you know, goes rogue and, like,
It
I mean,
happened here in Orlando
Yeah.
into a child's chest. Tracy,
Yeah.
our saleswoman, would also like to remind you that fireworks is a client. This is why I'm the good one, man.
I'm not talking about adding a gigantic theme park, not setting it off in your backyard in Castleberry. Well, I'm not putting on a drone show. No one's putting on a drone show instead of going to Pyro Spot. It's impossible. You need $200,000 worth of drones to even start it up.
People don't know. They're coming in at any moment. They don't know what you're talking about. They just come in and hear you besmirching the name of Big Pyro.
No, I'm just saying, as a theme park, you think that you're just start moving over to drones because they're reusable too.
Live action Mario and Princess, or no?
You can see they're doing a lot of interactive, like what do you call it, VR type stuff. So that's all kind of augmented reality.
Are they gonna get any character meet and greets?
You know who would be is. Again, this is all speculation and rumor, but what I heard is because of the stained glass windows, eventually we're going to get to see Link and Zelda.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
I heard that. I don't know if it's true,
heard
but
that as well. I heard that they were holding a secret because they were of Zelda, and that the reason you haven't heard that they're doing Zelda is because they're going to do live action meet and greet, Princess and then Link.
Have they announced plans to theme this park at all during the holidays? Like, is it going to be themed?
HHN.
They put a Santa hat on Toad.
Well, like Dark Universe, it seems like it could draw some people if they made it extra Halloween-y just because of the popularity of Halloween Horror Nights.
True.
Or like Christmas time, are they going to turn the park into Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Like the other parks do that.
I mean, you got at Christmas, you got the Grinch, and that's at Islands. And then, of course, Halloween, you know, I go, oh my gosh, I went to Horror Nights 23 times last year alone. I love Horror Nights.
Yeah.
The problem is, they tried to. Do you remember the year they did both parks for Horror Nights? And they did like Spider-Man was called Island Under Siege, and they had Maximum Carnage out there, and there were like bullies. And then you go to Jurassic Park, the dudes were in the ghillie suits, and they'd scare you. It worked, but it didn't because there's just not enough. Like on a Saturday night, it was brilliant, but on like a Tuesday afternoon, and you only have like 40,000 people in the park, you have 20 haunted houses. And some of them, there's no lines. You just got a bunch of people going. So it's like it's a brilliant idea if there were enough people to go.
Well, I love no lines. I like that criticism. Like, not enough people here. What the hell?
Even if the ride's not good, I love that there's no line. Or the house. I don't care what it is. I'm like, look at this line.
Do you know what people do when they're in the actual going through the haunted house and enjoying themselves? Not spending a damn red cent.
That's true.
You know what lines create? Lines create beer vendors.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Joey, anything else before we leave? You want to tell anybody?
Just, you know what? Special thanks to Jeff's Bagel Run in Ocoee, Florida, proud sponsor of Tom and Dan. They are the coolest group of guys. Every time I go in, they remember my order. Love y'all from, thanks again for watching, hanging out, and subscribing to Tom and Dan.
Why would you ask any guest on our show? Is there anything, anything that you'd love to just tell anybody? Like, that's a dangerous question to ask.
No, when you say if Joey said something crazy, I'd be like, whoa, you heard it here first.
What if it was like, release the bees?
Anything at this point, and whatever. I mean, I don't know. You can say anything. I'd be like, you heard it here first.
Project Echo is go.
I think I'm your safest guest. I don't think I'd ever say it, but then again, they also got me on that.
Are.
You're right.
You're definitely not our safest.
He's not our safest.
Baba Booey.
We'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Perfect. Is that it, or are we doing more? Up to you. That is where, because I always.
That's Thursday 1 and 2.
Thursday 1 and 2.
Nice.
We should
do that one
for Monday.
All right.
Just in case my meeting tomorrow goes all till
what time
lunch.
do you think you're going to be here? Like, you're going to plan to be here like
An
11, but if it goes way later, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I plan to be here maybe 11:15ish.
Okay. 4, 17, 25. Audio.
Dude, your kids are going to freaking love Nintendo World.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Just seeing the cell phone camera footage of people, I'm like, God damn, like it is amazing how much money they put into it.
But what they did is they used all the matte colors with the semi-gloss, so it looks like a Nintendo screen, like a 1980s Nintendo. Like it's all in 8-bit sharp edges and things. Only rounded. It's brilliant. It is so brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Everybody that has went to this place has raved about it, and I've never seen so
Tracy
much
wants to coordinate
positive.
what you guys are wearing for your meeting tomorrow. What are you wearing? Your yellow suit? Don't wear your yellow suit. I'm getting him back into prof. I've been pulling him over the course of weeks. I've been doing a long con of pulling him back into prof, and he's good. He's still got his chops. Don't wear your yellow suit with a red tie. It looks way too Ronald McDonald-y.
I'm thinking Borat
People
singlet.
love Ronald.
I know, and he's a symbol of.
You want to give him money?
He is a symbol of corporate greed. Which hat are you wearing? Which fedora? Sparkle fedora, or are you wearing New Year's 2019 fedora?
Have I ever said the joke about the Ronald McDonald house? And how it's way sadder than you think it would be.
Tracy wants to know if you're wearing real shoes or flip-flops. That's not nice. That's your business
What a
partner.
bitch.
What a C word. Good Lord, you know what that means. Big.
Yeah. A big square Trump suit. Big shoulder pads.
Huge.
Yeah, long
And
time.
my cane. And take my cane.
Yeah,
And take my
yeah,
cane. And wear sunglasses the whole time. And then when they go, Tom, anything? Go, I'm bored.
Yeah. When I lean over to talk business, my tie is scraping the floor.
No, it's a clip on it falls off.
That's brilliant.
All right,
Lots of guarantees.
Do you want him to hang out? You want to hang out?
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
Let's hang out.
Cool.
Hang out. You can do, what are we just doing, voicemails or something?
Cool.
Emails?
Yeah. Let's just do
Wanna do emails?
How long did we do? Like 16 minutes with the voicemail segment we did that we put on Monday 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like
Yeah, it was 16.
Okay.
Nice. God, you guys are the most well-oiled machine in Orlando,
No,
Florida.
stop that. Stop it. You're making me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
What time do you have
If
to
I took my
leave?
shirt off, would it help?
No, I have
Okay.
like what, 3:15 I can leave?
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
know, it's not until 3:30.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Why don't I bring us back? This is coming back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Let's do some emails with Joey.
What's up, Joey?
Hello. Thanks for
How
having
are
me back.
things? You've been sleeping in our bathroom. I'm sorry that your wife kicked you out. Are things better now?
You know what?
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I shouldn't have done that.
No,
I've been
no.
doxing people lately, and that's your business. I apologize.
I deserve that. I married outside of my league. I deserve that.
Yeah. Well, just grovel and get back in your home.
Oh, I will.
You know when people say like I don't want to talk about that, and it's because they makes them uncomfortable to talk about whatever subject they don't want to talk about.
I don't have that.
I don't have it either.
No,
and I even though
Try me.
well, I know you don't.
I like to do
I've
this
been talking
test
to
of
you for
people.
20 years.
I like to do this test of people. I'll talk about anything. People are like, what is your wife's medical history? I'm like, get your phone out. I'll record it. Get your phone out. You can record it.
It's more awkward for me to say I don't want to talk about something than it is to talk about something that's awkward for me. That's weird, right? Like,
Okay, so it's more awkward for you to say the phrase, I don't want to talk about something, than it is for you to just belly up and go
talk about
and
it.
Jump into the thing you don't want to talk about.
even though I don't want to talk about like certain
I think that's
topics.
because to you it is a backflip.
no, it's,
And to say you can't do something, to say you can't do a backflip, it shows weakness. So you will always talk about it because you're strong. That's my...
You would break your neck doing a backflip before you would just say, I can't do a backflip.
Yeah, like there's no such thing as you not being able to do a backflip.
no,
Amazing.
The backflip.
Boom! And then his head blows off.
There's been things that I've
But you
been
hate
telling myself.
But you
that
do you hate not being able to do something?
I may not do backflips anymore just because the stupid doctor told me that I could permanently have this foot drop thing.
The Ron Jeremy foot.
And if I injure my back or something, that they're like, that. And so I was like, how mad at myself
What
I'd
happened to
be.
Legend forever? You're supposed to be Legend forever.
I'll do it.
Yes, he's back.
Hell yeah.
I'll
That's
talk
my
about
friend.
anything.
That's my friend.
All right, go ahead.
All
What
right,
do we got?
first email. This is from Jeremy. He says, hey, Tom and Dan. BDM Jeremy here. Huge fan of you guys. Been listening for a very long time, way back to the radio days. You guys are my ride to work, my ride home, and I watch y'all on YouTube every morning when I work out. That's gross.
You watch YouTube while you work out on like a treadmill or something? Or
I don't know. I don't call that work. That's not working out. That's cardio. That's
Yeah,
cardio.
yeah.
Working out is lifting weights.
Yeah.
I've been trying to search back through your catalog and find an episode where you talk about, quote, 100 sticks. Can you help me find the show number? P.S. Just got my BDM Appreciation t-shirt and goodies in the mail yesterday. Love it. BDM for life, and huge thank you to both of you, Jeremy, Poo Poo Dusty, and King of Deltona. Wasn't that Max, your son? had a
Yes.
had a long BM.
Yeah, they used to call it sticks. I
100
forgot,
100 sticks.
Yeah, 100 sticks. But then there's also
That was 40 sticks.
the time that we went to
Mini golf.
Vegas. No, it was Vegas for the podcast awards.
We did the Stitcher Podcast Awards.
But that was 100 turds in there. Right? Like, we didn't call it
I think
100
there was
sticks.
100 turds. I think the sticks is your son, and we smelled 100 turds.
Yeah. So, but I have no. Wasn't it called 100 Sticks? The show episode.
I think it was.
You can go into our app if you search in your app store, Tom and Dan. It'll pull up. It's a mediocre app. And you can go to the search bar and then type in names of shows, and it'll come up. Sometimes it'll even pull from show descriptions, right?
It can. The chat room, trying to help him out. Man, we have the best listeners. Ghost of Manubal said it's episode 540, entitled Dead Meow 5.
Wow.
Oh, how did he find that?
I remember that episode. Friggin' Seth. Instead of dead mouse, he said dead mouse 5.
No, go.
Oh, yeah,
how do you remember that?
Oh, my God. I don't remember anything we did on the last show. I don't even know who's on this Friday Free show.
I don't even know what show we're recording right now. So what is that again? Episode?
Yeah, episode. It's all the way back from 9/27 of 2019. It's episode 540, Dead Meow 5.
How the hell did he find that so quickly?
He searched Libsyn, our website. He searched our hosting service.
Okay, and then it found it. All right.
Yeah.
So if you go on Libsyn, which is has been our hosting service since the beginning of podcasts.
Yeah, 09.
Yeah,
Nice.
it has all the shows on there, right?
Yeah.
And so you could search every show we've ever done.
I mean, they started in 09. That's how weird. Like that company started in 09, and we started with them in 09.
Can you go back and find, because on our website, our shows only go back by 100, and it's just because of space reasons. So, but on Libsyn's site, you could go back from the beginning, right?
I think so.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
All right.
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't think we've ever talked about that. So it's L.
L. Ron Hubbard.
It's LIBSYN, Libsyn.
Yeah, LIBSYN. Let's see here.
You sounding it out in your head.
How did L. Ron Hubbard get so many people into his BS?
Yeah, well, I mean, we conned about 3,000 people into some BS.
Yeah, but he looked way crazier.
Yeah, he had black teeth. I don't trust anybody that claims they're wealthy or have power that don't fix their teeth first. And that's not that you can't have bad teeth. You may not have the way or means to fix your teeth. I swear to God, I'm not being judgmental.
Yeah, but if you do,
I know what it's like to have a chipped tooth for a long time because I didn't have the money to fix it.
Yeah.
But if you're wealthy or power, meaning you could call in favors from dentists that you know and use your wizardry or magic and gift him some of your magic, and then he'd gift you teeth.
He was stinking rich.
No, I know.
Yeah. One of his own Scientologists is a dentist. There's probably thousands of dentists.
But he
Scientologists.
chose not to, which is that's my red flag.
Oh, he's crazy.
That's my red flag. It's kind of like I watched this body language expert on TikTok, because now you get me into TikTok. I watched this body language expert on TikTok talking about Russell Brand, his apology video, where he's kind of like sticking up for like the sexual. He's got some sort of sexual indiscretions that are being kicked around right now, and he does a video basically where he says that he knows what he is and that he's absolutely not a person that would not get consent. And the big red flag that the expert says is, because he says, look into my eyes, I hope you can see in my eyes. And he says, well, that's a huge red flag when you're saying like, look into my eyes or look directly into my eyes. I'm looking into your eyes. It's like, well, yeah, that's what a person that's lying would say. Look into my eyes.
Oh, really? That's how you tell that someone's lying?
Like a person that wasn't adamantly lying wouldn't make a big deal about the fact that he is looking into your eyes. He would just do it and hope that you pick up on it. He wouldn't have to beat you over the head with it. So we'll see where it goes.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
Let's do another email.
Let's do another one. This guy kind of goes back to your topic of iPads and tablets. I have a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. My wife put her foot down on no TV in the morning. Too big of a distraction getting ready for school. That's from Chad. We have 1,000 of those.
Yeah.
People are, they hate the pads. All parents hate iPads. That's just the thing.
Well, the TV in the morning, yes, I agree. It's but it's so much easier to get them out of bed, especially Tommy gets up himself, right? But then Max, I have to wake him up. But I'm like, hey, you want to watch TV?
yeah. It's like luring a fish.
Yeah. Because like I find it's
bribes.
Bribery is the best. It's the easiest way to do everything.
It is.
Like it's like, hey,
and they do it.
Yeah. Or like luring them in with some sort of treat. Like making them do something
addictive
hard
that leaves them in like sedentary in one area.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Is that I know where they're at.
I've never been good at tough love.
Clearly.
It's the hardest love.
Joey said clearly.
Dude,
he's always on your side.
Oh, yeah. I love you, dude, but your boys could kill a man, and you'd be like, they had it coming. They had it coming.
Even worse with weak love. So tough love is real hard for me. Weak love is the hardest.
So do you put it at mediocre love?
No, regular old.
Just do what you want, love.
Yeah.
This is from Ryan. This is a funny one. This handles another of these rappers that I'm obsessed with. Hey, show. Dave Blunts has come up a time or two on the show, but not as often as Jelly Roll, in parentheses, did you know he eats his boogers? Hopefully we can shift some of the focus onto Dave Blunts for a bit. Recently, Dave Blunts made an appearance on a podcast where he proclaimed he would be crowd surfing at one of his shows. I can't tell if he's joking or not, but my first question is whether or not he'll be taking his oxygen tank with him when he leaps off the stage. Also, Dave Blunts is in the newest Kanye song, where he talks about getting up in the morning, reading a couple chapters of Mein Kampf, worshiping Hitler. It's crazy. It's bananas.
Dave Blunts or
Dave
Kanye?
Blunt, no, Blunts is on Kanye's song singing a hook. That's how desperate this young boy is, this kid, this young rapper. Dave is a very young, very obese man.
Okay, yeah.
But he's so, starved to make it that he featured on Kanye's World War III album that has 2 KKK members, a black man in a Grand Wizard costume and a white woman in a red Grand Wizard costume embracing in front of a hay bale.
All right.
That's the cover. And
does Dave Blunts participate in rapping about any of this?
No, this is purely hopping on the train to get a little love.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
So his raps have nothing to do with Hitler.
His raps have to do about I can't put down the cup. His big one was remember Snoop Dogg got mad at him because he's a horribly obese man that holds up a cup of lean, and he's like, I can't put down the cup, and then Snoop's like, put down the cup, big cousin. Because he's like, because you're big and fat, you about to die, my baby. He does like that.
Yeah.
So I believe that Dave Blunts is just, I think he's just kind of clout jumping.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, you can
This
look at
whole
Dave.
thing
Dave
is
is
a
not a
novelty.
Nazi. You can look at Dave and tell that he's not a Nazi because he's also, again, a black man, very heavy black man. It's weird. The whole thing is weird.
Can't rappers just go back to just killing each other again? This is nuts.
Now, will Dave Blunt crowd surf? I do think he will try, yes.
Oh my
I do think he will try, and I do think he will fall, and it will go viral because nothing is about talent. Well, it is. It's out there if you look for it. But there is this, but the attention aspect of social media, you're going to get a lot of this. So that's what it is. It's fine.
I mean, he could seriously hurt himself if he crowd surfed. I mean, he's
been in and out of the hospital for the last 6 months. I mean, the dude, he ain't going to be here very long.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fall full force on your head or your shoulder or whatever, being that big, you would immediately break.
Man, I barely weigh 160 pounds. I can barely walk on a tiny little bird leg.
Let's go. Ahead. I got the solve for this. You're in the crowd. We get a forklift out there. He falls on the forklift, and it slowly drives through the crowd, so it looks like he's surfing.
I mean, safer. It is safer.
I mean, you could technically, it would be easier on some sort of wooden plywood or something,
something for him to lay on.
Yeah, and then the crowd underneath can surf him across.
So you can spread the surface area out a little bit.
But if you just had to hold him up, it would be very it was mushy. Right, your hands would be mushing into it.
You know what? That's why you're a planner, and I'm glad you do my events. Because if we were going to lift up Dave Blunts at a Tom and Dan event, Tom would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's gonna be mushy. He's gonna be too mushy. You guys aren't even thinking about it. This amateur hour. We need a piece of plywood to keep him from being mushy, so we're not grabbing his T words and his A words.
Yeah, you got to crowd surf him like Fred Durst from 1999 Woodstock.
Plywood Dorks, right?
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
This guy's an idea guy.
I've seen it.
You know what? Should I put that in his Instagram because he's tweeted back to me? Should I as just helpful? Should I be? Has anyone even thought of plywood? We're gonna need plywood.
Yeah.
We can't just. You're right. You can't run him mush. If you run him mush, he's just gonna fall.
He'll just melt into the.
He'll melt into the crowd.
Yeah. In between the people. All right.
What does he weigh?
Oh, it's got to be 4 bills.
No way. Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. He's oxygen.
I think
Can
it's
barely walk.
maybe even to the 500. It depends on how tall
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
very, very large.
Yeah.
And he lies about having a girlfriend, and he like puts pictures of her up, and he keeps saying he wants to get her back, but it was never a thing. Oh, it's crazy. It's extra crazy. The internet is
The
crazy.
girl, it doesn't even exist.
No,
or-
she's like an Indian or like a Middle Eastern influencer. She's a very beautiful Middle Eastern woman, like a young 20s Middle Eastern woman, right? Like high dollar, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, the whole nine. And then she went on stage with him at like Rolling Loud or something and took some photos, and she's an influencer, right? So I think he's just sliding her some money. And occasionally they'll take photos together. And then they did a photo shoot. And then what he'll do is he'll like put up a picture of her and be like, I got to get her back, but I can't put down the cup. And then Snoop will like, put down the cup, baby. Put down the cup, big cousin. It's quiet. It's crazy.
It is. I can't
It's
stand it, dude.
insane. And this is like, these are famous people. This is where we're at.
But being famous is awesome. So, you have to do whatever it takes to get there.
You want to do one more?
Yeah.
All right, one more. We'll close it out. Hey, Dan, I'm not sure if the search feature isn't working on my phone. That's ironic. Or if I'm completely misremembering, but I thought you guys talked about a guy that unicycled the world. Maybe it was a weird job. Either way, do you have a suggestion on what I should search for? If you remember that, thanks for the guidance. I really want to listen to the show. Good luck on your surgery, Adam. Now, that is something I didn't think people would go and want to search for. When did you guys do that unicycle show?
The unicycle the world? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
I don't even look up what's the farthest someone has unicycled. I'm sure across the United States or something. There's been lots of New York to L.A.
Well, there was that dude who jogged from Disneyland to Disney World.
Yes,
and that was really cool. They greeted him when he got here.
I mean, walking. I mean, with bicycles, with every form of transportation. People have done the longest road, which is that road from like the tip of South America all the way up to Alaska. There's a lot of those.
What was the tail of the dragon where you're supposed to take your motorcycle on it and it's got like 140 bends?
Yeah, there's lots of, and now easier to find than ever because the internet has showed you every popular like thing to do with your motorcycle or long trail to run or and a lot of these places are packed now because of influencers doing the Appalachian Trail, or there's the one through the Rocky Mountains as well. Like that's a super popular.
I
one.
respect unicycle. I don't know why, but I respect it. Andrea's mom, unicyclist.
Cool.
Did she know to unicycle?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if she could do it now, but like when I met her, like 20 years ago, unicycle.
We interviewed a skateboarder that skateboarded from like San Diego to Florida or whatever.
Wow. The longest distance ever traveled on a unicycle was 9,125 miles.
Good Lord. Was
it a person doing some sort of feat?
His journey involved this Lars Clausen. April 22nd. He did it between April 22nd and November 12th of 2022. His journey involved a double crossing of the United States, starting in Tillamook, Oregon, and finishing in Los Angeles, California, passing through 48 states.
Oh, wow.
In terms of continuous riding without dismounting, Sam Wakaling in the UK holds the Guinness World Record. He did 105 miles without putting his feet on the ground. That's even better, I think.
Yeah.
105 miles without with like living on the unicycle. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's insane. Do you just pee your seat? You pee your seat?
Yeah.
That's wild.
How long does that take?
To pee your seat?
No, to unicycle 100 miles. Because, like, when
It's in the UK. I figure a long time. You're going up and down hills and it's rainy.
Well, it could be just around a track. Like, sometimes.
Big in the UK. All the records are set in the UK. I'm going to tell you something about the UK, and I'll give it a horn blast. There's 2 things they love. 3 things.
Okay.
Darts. Yeah. Unicycles and human cannonballs. The UK is obsessed with human cannonballs. If you go and dig into where the majority of the human cannonballs are, they're all in Europe.
Yeah, it's an older civilization.
It's an old. Yeah. They love the old fat UK big round men. They stuff themselves in cannons and shoot themselves out, and eventually, when they're 75 or 80, all dead.
So when did we change the policy for the Guinness Book of World Records to where there are people that have the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest speech? And it's 3 days long. And then I'm like, wait a minute, so this dude talked for 3 straight days, and then you find out that every hour you're allowed a 5-minute break. And I'm like, okay. And they said, but if you talk for 18 hours, you can bank those minutes. I'm like, no. It's not a record. He slept for 2 hours. That's bull.
That's bull. It's got to be continuous.
It's got to be continuous.
I mean, the world has gotten weaker, so our records have gotten weaker. Right? I think that's just how it happens.
It makes me mad, though.
They don't hold as much weight as they used to. I'm sorry.
Except for the 2 big fat twins on the scooters. Those that you will forever live in my heart.
It just seems like no one's that impressed. New generation with a Guinness Book of World Records. They're like, Guinness like the beer? Like, no.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I got the time wrong. Let's see. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
Or do a email?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Let's grab one
email,
more. Here, hold on. Don't even know where I'm at. Let's go with this one right here. Okay. Nope, not that one. Nope, that one. Hold on. Not that one. Not that one.
What are the ones you're throwing away?
These are all ones I've already done.
We'll put them in a different pile.
That's why I'm throwing them on the floor. That's why I'm throwing them on the floor. If I throw them on the floor, then they're new.
There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, they're all
like an old phone book.
Everywhere. None of these are used. I'm going to voicemail.
I'm
going to voicemail.
They're all ones you've done?
No, these will be different, I promise. You'll see. When you catch some of these voicemails I'm going to bring and how new they are, oh my God. Wait till you see how new this one is.
My name is John Johnson. I am in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm calling you because I messed up my order. It's number 080. I'm sorry. No, that...
Is he calling us, or is this a wrong number?
I'm sorry. No, that's not correct. It's order number 105916577. Call me back 43.
Okay. So BDM Appreciation. I'll email you back, sir.
That was a BDM Appreciation.
That's BDM Appreciation. I'll get you squared away. That's EJ. I'll get you squared away. I'm sorry, Bill.
What order number is he referencing? I don't even know what he's talking about. Like it should be not that long of an order number.
That was awesome.
Anyway.
Oh my God, that was great.
Where do you go from there?
I want to hear it one more time. Just one more. Just a little more.
My name is John Johnson. I am in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm calling you because I messed up my order. It's number 080. I'm sorry.
I love the I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pull the I'm sorry and use that a lot. I'm sorry.
I'm John Johnson.
Is that real? Is that a real name?
It sounds fake. It sounds like something you'd make up.
I mean, there used to be a guy on Fox. No, it was on not Fox 35. It was on the News Channel 13. It was Rod Johnson.
Okay.
I'm Rod. He was a black guy. Remember that guy? He was like, I'm Rod Johnson.
I like John Johnson because
John Johnson is good.
I like Tom Thompson.
I like a Dan Danson. What do you like?
It doesn't work. Joe Josen? That doesn't work.
No, you get the hell out of here.
You know
I hate Joe Josen.
Me too.
This is stupid.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, man. Dude, I want that as my ringtone.
Oh, my God.
I want that as my ringtone.
Tears in my eyes. That was so funny. Sorry about the emails. I was like,
funny.
why is this old stack on the top? All right, that was Thursday.
No, that's
that was,
Monday 4.
Yep, Monday 4. Got it. That's perfect. All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, guys. We will see you later. I'm going to go to therapy, and then we'll be back on the BDM page tonight, right?
Yeah. We've got a special BDM Appreciation show tonight at 6. It'll be broadcast on the BDM page. It'll be up for for podcasts as well. But we got Sam and Ross coming in. This is going to be an old school BDM show. I got a 12-pack of White Claw. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna just drink tonight because the people are.
Hey.
I try to do some things that people suggest. They're like, I like when you guys get drunk. I'm like, all right, we can do that.
God,
and
we
then
haven't gotten drunk in forever.
and then there was a couple people that wanted an old school show.
I'm gonna drop acid.
So we're just gonna get
What if
get
you
drunk
came in
and-
here with your White Claw and I was just sitting here in the dark naked, and I'm like, I'm ready.
Sam's like, I'm glad I quit.
Well, she says that